Hello and welcome to the Neuron. Today's topic is vaccination schedule and we are going to learn it by both ways from individual vaccine to the age-wise vaccination. So we are going to start by the right arm. In both arms, intradermal and subcutaneous vaccines are given. In right arm, measles rubella vaccine and inactivated poliovirus vaccines are given. Inactivated poliovirus vaccine is given intradermally while measles rubella vaccine is given subcutaneously. The first dose of inactivated poliovirus vaccine is given at 6 weeks and the second dose is given at 14 weeks. While the first dose of measles rubella vaccine is given at the age of 9 to 12 months and the second dose is given at the age of 16 to 24 months. You have to remember MRI. Here the R stands for right arm. So in right arm, measles rubella vaccine and inactivated poliovirus vaccine are given. Now let's move to the left arm. In left arm, BCG and Japanese encephalitis vaccines are given. BCG is given intradermally while Japanese encephalitis vaccine is given subcutaneously. You have to remember JBL. Here L stands for left arm and J is Japanese encephalitis vaccine and B is BCG vaccine. BCG is given at the time of birth and if it wasn't given at the time of birth, it can be given during the 1 year of age, and Japanese encephalitis vaccine is given at the time of 9 months to 12 months and it is given with the PCV booster. Japanese encephalitis vaccine is not given in all of the states in India. It is given only in some part of the India. So the first dose of subcutaneous vaccine are given at the same age. So you have to remember 9 to 12 months for both of the subcutaneous vaccine. The dose of the subcutaneous vaccine is 0.5 ml while the dose of intradermal vaccine is 0.1 ml. In fact, the dose of subcutaneous vaccine and intramuscular vaccine is 0.5 ml, 0.5 ml while only the intradermal vaccine have the dose of 0.1 ml. You have to remember the 0.1 ml is for intradermal vaccine. Now let's move to the intramuscular vaccine which are given in the leg. So in left leg, the hepatitis B vaccine is given and it is given at the time of birth. If it wasn't given at the time of birth, it can be given during the 24 hours of duration. Now let's move to the pentavalent vaccine. Pentavalent vaccine is given intramuscularly. The first dose of pentavalent vaccine is given at the age of 6 weeks. Second dose is given at 10 weeks. Third dose is given at 14 weeks. Now the first booster dose is given at 16 to 24 months. Second booster dose is given at 5 to 6 years and the third booster dose is given at the age of 16 years. Okay. Now let's move to the right leg. In right leg, pneumococcal vaccine is given. The first dose of pneumococcal vaccine is given at the age of 6 weeks. Second dose is given at 14 weeks and the booster dose is given at 9 to 12 months. This is the sum of the vaccination given in the arm. So 6 week, 14 week, 6 week, 14 week, 9 months to 12 months, 9 months to 12 months. So here you can remember easily by adding these two age group and you will get the age of pneumococcal vaccine. Now let's move to the oral vaccination. So the oral polio vaccine is given at the time of birth which is indicated by oral polio vaccine 0 at the time of birth. The second dose of OPV is given at the time of 6 weeks. Third dose is given at the time of 10 weeks. Fourth dose is given at the time of 14 weeks and OPV booster is given at 16 to 24 months. And you have to remember that 2 drops of OPV vaccine are given. Now let's move to the rotavirus vaccine. Rotavirus vaccine is given at the time of 6 weeks. Second dose is given at the time of 10 weeks and the third dose is given at the time of 4th week. There are 3 drops given in the rotavirus vaccine. So now let's move to the vitamin A supplement. So the first vitamin A dose is given at the time of 9 months. Second dose is given from 16 to 24 months and from there on you have to give vitamin A up to 5 years every 6 months. So 1 lakh unit of vitamin A is given to the baby. Now let's move to the age-wise vaccination. So here you have to remember 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 14 weeks, 9 months, 16 to 24 months, 5 to 6 years and 10 to 16 years. You have to remember all of these age group and you have to mug it up. Now let's move to the 6th week of age. In 6th week of age, OPV1, pentavalent 1, rotavirus 1, IPV1 and PCV1 are given. You have to remember by PRO-PI, Pro Police Inspector. Here all vaccines are given as the first dose. So here you have to remember Pro Police Inspector, all are given as first dose. Now let's move to the 10 weeks of age. At the age of 10 weeks, OPV dose 2, pentavalent dose 2 and rotavirus vaccine dose 2 are given. So at the age of 10 weeks, you have to remember Pro 2. So all of the Pro here are given as dose 2. Now let's move to the 14 week of age. In 14 week of age, OPV dose 3, pentavalent dose 3, rotavirus dose 3, inactivated poliovirus vaccine dose 2 and pneumococcal vaccine dose 2 are given. So you have to remember Pro 3, Police Inspector 2. So at the age of 6 weeks, Pro Police Inspector. At the age of 10 weeks, only Pro. At the age of 16 weeks, Pro Police Inspector. But here the Pro is 3 and Police Inspector is 2. So now let's move to the 9 weeks of age. At the age of 9 weeks, measles, vitamin A and booster dose of pneumococcal vaccine are given. And the short form is MVP. MVP, most valuable player. So at the age of 9 months, baby is most valuable player. And because he is most valuable player, he don't need pentavalent vaccine. So in only the age of 9 months, there is no pentavalent vaccine is given. In all of other ages, the pentavalent vaccine are given. Let's move to the next age group. The next age group is 16 to 24 months. So in 16 to 24 months, OPV booster, pentavalent 4, measles dose 2 and vitamin A dose 2 are given. You have to remember by other MVP. This is MVP and this is other MVP. So O is for oral polio vaccine booster, M is for measles dose 2, E for vitamin A dose 2 and from P, pentavalent 4. Here the P stands for pentavalent 4. So here you have to remember the difference. So in other P, you have to remember pentavalent, while in age of 9 months, the P is for pneumococcal vaccine booster dose. Now let's move to the 5 to 6 year. At the age of 5 to 6 year, pentavalent dose 5 is given, and at the age of 10 to 16 year, TT booster dose is given as the pentavalent dose 6. So you have to remember all the age-wise vaccination and individual vaccination also. So I hope that this video will help you to remember all the vaccination schedule. And if you like the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Instagram. So thank you and take care.